Today, I'm outside at Diagula National Park. I'm going to be hiking through beautiful terrain, making some yummy food, and checking out some waterfalls. It's going to be a good day. You're probably wondering what this weird fabric is on my back. I'll explain it later. Apparently, near the campsite that I'm going, there is a waterfall. And so it did rain, but it hasn't rained for a few weeks, but it was pretty heavy when it did. So my hope is that it is still running, but apparently from what I've seen online, a few people have come out here and it wasn't running when they came out, but who knows, maybe we'll get lucky, we'll see. It's about a 5-kilometer walk in from the road. Apparently it's pretty steep and heavy stuff, so we'll see how we go, but I'm feeling pretty confident that I'll be able to get there in an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I've actually camped in Diagula before. It's a really beautiful area. It's like kind of like on a range, on top of, I think, Mount Glorious, close to the town. I think it's Mount Glorious town. It's actually been a year since my last camp out, so I'm actually really just happy to be back out here again. It's currently winter in Australia, so it is very cold. Apparently overnight it'll get to about 3 degrees Celsius. So I'm just gonna hope that I get a good enough sleep and I stay warm enough. While I was driving in, I had a bit of a scare. My car decided to break down right in the middle of a 5-lane traffic light as I was coming through Brisbane, and it just decided to go kaput and die. So I'm stuck at the traffic lights with the lights going green. Luckily there was no one behind me. What the hell was that? After about, I'd say 2 minutes of just stopping and starting the car over and over to try to get it to tick over, it did start, and I decided with being only halfway on my trip that I would still go the rest of the way. So I did that. Hopefully we'll make it home okay, but it's roughly an hour and 50-minute drive from my house, so the chances of me breaking down there are pretty high, but the car seems to start back up again. Not a single cloud in sight. It is just sunny and it is beautiful. Diagula National Forest is actually located like northwest from Brisbane, pretty close to the city, about a half an hour drive from like the outskirts of the city. I'll tell you something for nothing, this pack is probably a bit heavier than it should be. Thankfully I've still got service on my phone, so I'm able to check out where I am, and I am way closer to this campsite than I thought I'd be. I'm looking at this map. This here is where I parked, this is me, and that's my campsite. I am way closer than I thought I'd be. I've hated lugging this heavy jacket around everywhere, but I'm going to be grateful for it tonight, I can tell you that. Holy. Now how do I get down? That is scary with a big pack on. Oh my gosh. So that's to continue on the trail, and that is where we're going. Middle Cobble Break. That is our spot. So we gotta turn right. Oh. Oh gosh, I didn't even see that. I did not even see it. I would have just kept going and I would have missed my campsite. This area is actually just so beautiful. It's like I'm on top of like a ridge and I'm unfortunately about to go down, but I'm at like the very top of the ridge and now it's just like this beautiful scenery. Honestly, part of me is just tempted to camp up here because this is just spectacular, but I have to see what's the deal with my campsite that I actually paid for and booked. So let's go check that out. It's already starting to go downhill, which sucks because obviously you lose a bit of the view, but then also majorly because I'm gonna have to walk up this again tomorrow. This is just insane. I'm really keen for the food that I've got ready. It's actually quite a exciting meal. It's kind of like my go-to staple whenever I go camping, so stick around to see that. I really want this to stop going downhill because holy crap, this is gonna suck tomorrow. I'm gonna have to do all of this uphill tomorrow going out. Yikes. They talked about some pretty severe downhills and I think I found it. That's pretty steep. I think that is going to be what kills me tomorrow. I will die tomorrow. This feels so sketchy. This is like a severe downhill. Can't even focus on keeping the camera straight. This is very steep. It does not show, but it's very pretty. So not a bad place to die. We're not too far away now. It is said that what goes up must come down, and I could not be more down at the moment. I'm at the bottom. I didn't realize how far down this went. So tomorrow is gonna be about an hour of incline before I get back to the normal track, which will probably be another hour after that. And I'm still at the campsite. I think I've done it. Right next to where the water is. Here we are. We made it. We're here. Took us about 2 hours. We started walking at 12:50. It's currently 2:50. And look, it's a pretty amazing spot. I'm pretty thrilled. But yeah, let's get camp set up. Oh, wow, that feels good. That feels good to have that off. My shoulders are just a bit sore, but man, this spot is really pretty. I'm pretty happy with what I've chosen. There seems to be a trail over there that might lead to more campsites or a poop corner. So I realized on my walk down, I forgot toilet paper. So I guess I'm going to be holding it. I'm really keen to check out that waterfall. I think I can hear water running down it. So I'm keen to check that out. But I definitely have to get my tent set up first so I can have camp set. Let's go. This is on a bit of an incline here. It's not really anywhere better. Actually, this looks like a walkway between the camps, but it's actually the flattest spot, so I'm going to set up here. Last time I went camping, I forgot tent poles. I definitely have my tent poles, but I didn't check pegs, so fingers crossed. That was a bigger rock than I thought it was. I got this axe from Aldi. It's actually pretty good. It doubles as an axe and a hammer, and it's probably the best purchase I've made from Aldi. It's not like the greatest axe, and it's not the greatest hammer, but it's both, so I don't have to take both. This ground's actually pretty, like, softish. It's like clayey. Can you believe I have to use every single one of these? The only worry when using this to hammer in tent poles is you are swinging the blade towards your face over and over again. And if you're concentrated, you might forget and just slam yourself in the face with the blade. And it's reasonably sharp. We put this cover on. Usually you could just leave it like this, but as you can see, it's quite open. It's just a bug net, so that's for if it's hot. This is for when it gets cold and if it's raining. And the reason there's so many tent pegs is because I used all the pegs on this, but now I have to use pegs to latch this down too, because it's not actually attached. But that works really well when you're camping and it's raining, because then it's not coming onto your tent, it's hitting outside your tent, and you've got a tarp over it. It works quite well. I've just set the camera up and I've noticed how squiff this is. I don't know if I need to fix that or not. So there's actually a little Velcro tab right there that locks this in. So that's another way that you could tell that you've got it set in the right spot. Nearly forgot to put the Velcro in on this part. Pulled this out a bit so it sits more like a bit of space rather than right on top of it. I find that the frost gets on the tent, and when I touch that, which I do, inevitably it makes my feet very cold. So in the interest of having a warm night, I'm setting it up a bit wider. The edge here has two hooks, and that's because one holds the tarp and then one actually holds the door. So you want to put the peg for the door one in a little bit looser, otherwise when you open the door, it's pegged down. So you've got to have it so you can kind of unlatch it. Oh my gosh, I forgot about the Velcros. Oh. Well, it's definitely on rocks. Oh, I can feel one under my hip. See that? I don't want to pop my mattress, so I'm going to try get that one out. Pretty spacious. I'm going to get all my stuff set up in here. I'm going to check out that waterfall. Get my bag in here. Now this is my Cedar Summit mattress. It's my most recent purchase, and it's probably one of my most expensive, and it is by far the best thing ever. In my little mattress, here's my little safety thing in case it gets popped. And here's the mattress. The trick with these kind of mattresses is as you're blowing into this hole, rather than just having a direct, as you're blowing from back here, you're pushing in your air from your mouth, but you're also pushing the surrounding air in. So rather than taking forever, it goes and fills up straight away. It has these little stickers on the actual mattress. So when you put down your pillow, it's stuck to it. So I prepped up some chicken in here. I put with some cold packs. They're still frozen. And so is the chicken. I probably shouldn't have prepped it so well. It's a little bit soft. It's getting colder now. I expected to get here with a bit more light. So the sleeping bag that I have, so for comfort level, it's 10.2 degrees. Its extreme amount that you can have this at is minus 3.3 degrees. We are hitting 3 degrees. So that's where this comes in. I mentioned this earlier. I've got this. Is something I bought a little while ago. And it has got to be the warmest thing I can ever have. But I didn't buy it for its warmth. I bought it and it's a little bit nerdy. It's a cloak. It's from Nightweave. And it's a cloak that I can wear. Like from Lord of the Rings. The design from Nightweave is they actually want it to be something that you can use. So I roll it up and I took it out in the only way that I could see, which was having it looped around my bag. And so now I've got this other form of keeping me warm. Often I'll be at home and I'll actually only use this to fall asleep. I don't even need like a doona or anything. But it's going to be a bit colder out here than at home. So yeah, we'll see how we go. It also came with this sick little brooch that is just like from like Lord of the Rings. Like the Leaf of Lorien thing. Pretty cool. This water is so clear. It's crazy. You can see here all this algae and stuff. Is this the water? Is this the waterfall? Please tell me this is not the waterfall. That looks deep enough that you could swim in it. This is pretty. I actually nearly stopped walking out here and would have actually entirely missed the real waterfall. I'm gonna definitely need to bring more people here. This is pretty beautiful. I just realized we're not using this. A cool feature I saw with this jet boiler is if you get the size down of this can, you can actually put it inside the jet boil, so it's all fully self-contained. definitely not the appetizing solution, but it's the quickest way to defrost it. It's actually so nice to warm up my hands by this. This is a fishing knife that I haven't ever used on fish. It's the only knife I have that has like a scabbard. Yeah, that's a beautiful medium rare. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. It's a process, okay? It's not gonna look good until it's finished. I prepped up this bag of flour. So it's got paprika, cumin, oregano, Italian spices, and some, I think, ginger in it. So and flour and some salt. And I'm gonna put this in it to thicken it up, and it'll make it into a chicken, corn, onion, and potato stew. It's a bit of a thing that I do quite regularly when I go camping. I will just kind of throw a bunch of stuff into a pot, slap in some flour, some butter sometimes, and all of a sudden you've got this delicious stew. So we're gonna see how this ends up. I'm gonna just let that boil for a little bit, and then we're gonna get onto it. So I've reduced this to a boil now, a low simmering boil, so that the flour can thicken and all the vegetables can kind of get soft now. I've gotten all the rubbish into a little bag here, and now we're just kind of letting the night crawl on before we eat, but it should be done pretty soon. I might quickly go clean this knife off. It's got a lot of flour all over it, but it smells really good. Like, it's coming out really nice. I have this giant tin mug from when I was up in Cairns, up on the Sky Rail. So I'm going to use this to put my food into, and then later on in the night when I want a hot chocolate, I'm going to use this as well. Or I could just drink it straight out of this. I also brought some milk along, so I'm going to be able to use that for my chocolate milk, just as a little bit of a treat, because I really like milk. I've got a potato piece here. This is the last thing that needs to cook. It's soft, but probably just needs to soften a bit more. This looks about done. I'm starting to smell something funny. I don't know if it's like the milk burning at the bottom, but it's something. Started a fire using my burner on some leaves. It's so hot. Oh man. It's got a funny taste. think I burnt some of the milk. But it's so nice to have something warm. I reckon I might just enjoy this food and then sit by the fire for a bit. Good morning. It's about 7:15. Definitely a cold night. Tried to get away without using my sleeping bag or my jacket. Thought I could get away with just my cloak. But then I realised that while my cloak's very warm, it's probably the combination of my cloak and my sleeping bag that kept me warm last time I went camping. Put them both on, and I got really warm. And then throughout the night I got cold, and then I got warm again, and I got cold. So it was fun. Slept pretty right. I woke up twice throughout the night. It got very, very windy a couple times too. Otherwise, it was a good night. So I'm going to get up now, make some breakfast, and then pack down camp, and then we're going to start the trek out of here. So this is my breakfast. It's mango and passion fruit and a bunch of other really good stuff. You just add some water. This is about 130 mils. Add that to it. And I'm just going to close it up. And shake it. And then my breakfast will be done. All I really need is my spoon to be clean. And then I can use that to cook, but everything else I'll probably have to clean properly when I get home, unfortunately. But it's coming off actually pretty well, but this water is freezing. My hands are so cold now from that water that they're very red, and it's making it a bit harder to do really simple stuff. Oops. It's done that before. It's not the most appealing breakfast, but it's going to taste pretty good. I switched to my tracksuit pants last night, and they are much warmer than the pants I was wearing yesterday. It started boiling over. I've actually never seen it do that. So I wasn't able to clean out all the milk, so it's got a bit of a milk smell to it. And I also don't have much cocoa powder left. I think I used too much yet last night, so it's going to be a pretty scuffed hot chocolate. But, you know, it's just going to be nice to drink something warm, so that's probably more what it's for. Not a bad spot to have breakfast. Oh, yuck! I love mango. I'm feeling much warmer now that I got some food into me and some hot chocolate. So I'm gonna start packing down camp, but the first thing that I need to decide before I do is which way I'm gonna go. So this walk is a bit of a circuit as you're coming out. And so I can either choose to keep going down the track where I haven't gone down before, or go back where I came from. I think if I go back where I came from, it's going to be steeper and sharper but shorter. And then if I keep going forward, it's going to be longer but not as steep. I think what I'm going to go for is probably back the way I came, because I don't want to have to worry about making sure I'm on the right trail, because I already know the trail that I went. So I'm going to pack down camp, and then I'm going to head off back the way we came. Battery pack that I have is actually solar charged, so I got it from Temu, so I don't know how effective it is. Going for one last quick look at the waterfall. I keep hearing rustling in the bushes. I heard it a few times last night. It's a bit worrying, but I think it's like field mice or something, because they're pretty small. But let's have one last look at this waterfall and then we'll head out. Let's get going. My pack is way lighter now, which is nice. I'm gonna really have to enjoy that. And I've got some beef jerky to take along with me for the walk home, so let's get started. Well, that sucks a lot. just started walking, and I remembered I've left my battery pack at my campsite, so I'm heading back down. Oh my gosh. I'm right at the end of the track. I literally just saw a goat jumping in. Finally, I'm out of here. This walkout has been so hard. There was so much incline. I had to stop every like 10 minutes. I don't even know what time it is, but I do think it's taken me about 2 hours, which is good, because that's how long I expected it to take me. But damn, very tired. But here we go, here's the car. If you made it this far into the video, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more stuff. I'll be posting lots more stuff just like this video. If you have any suggestions for other camping spots for me to go to, feel free to leave them in the comments so I can check out another place to go. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.